All right, and it looks like they're off. So I like to play a little game called How Many Bonks Are They Going to Get This Run? Like tile night with the 13. Now, keep in mind, guys, that every bonk adds roughly 2 seconds to their overall time. Oh, Big John, you here?
Yes, what's up?
How's it going?
It is going great, man. It's always a good day to see somebody that can play Odyssey really, really well compared to myself.
Oh, yeah, this should be a very close race between these two.
How many bonks are we? What was the bonk counter? Are we doing bonks of the whole game?
Bonks of the whole game.
Ah, boy.
Each bonk will cost them about 2 seconds.
I'm going with 17.
17.
17.
I'm gonna give him a good low 5.
All right, I got you.
Right, both runners executing Cat Kingdom pretty optimally.
You gotta love Cap Kingdom. It's like that kingdom you get when you bonk, you just want to reset. It's just like ugh.
It's so early in the game.
It's only like a 2.5 minute level, and it's just What is a bonk? Well, this game, a bonk is a way to make your run longer than it should be. Mario Odyssey is very sensitive when you go too fast, rolling or long jumping to like an edge or near a wall, and it's like jumping. Like if you just run into a wall, you're gonna fall back, and a little recovery time required to get back on your feet. So,
all right, Isaia finishing up. Both runners, Chris as well, finishing up Cat Kingdom at roughly the same time.
And now the fun begins.
Oh yes. Now there are some route divergences they can take, but we probably won't see those until Sand Kingdom.
Yeah, Sand Kingdom gives a lot of. This game is so good. I mean, many people have seen these races and the runs, but this game leaves a lot to the runners to kind of sometimes innovate their own routes in case they want to play the more faster, not too many coin route, or if they want to be a little safer and get the coins, that coin safety for buying moons a little bit later. It's really fun, especially Sand Kingdom. You see a lot of routes. Routes are always changing, it seems like, on Sand Kingdom. So can't wait for that. But for now, let's start with our first major kingdom, I guess you can call it.
The good old Cascade.
Yeah, this is one of those games where there's not a lot of RNG. This is one of those games that really rewards the technical performances of the speedrunner. Obviously cap movement and usage is very, very important to this kind of run. All over the place, even in any percent. Movement, tech, things like that. So this is where it shines. It's a very visually pleasing game to watch people run and perform optimally.
This is my least favorite part of Cascade, the T-Rex trampoline trick. See how both these runners do. Oh, Isaia getting it, and Chris.
Oh yeah,
Chris gets it as well.
It looked like Isaia wasn't going to make it, but it's very generous on the hitbox. You don't actually have to land on top of it, but you got a little leeway prior to it to still trigger the cutscene.
You get about one Mario Link underneath that edge.
How long exactly is one Mario?
I'm not quite sure myself, but I like to say he's a 4-foot tall Italian plumber.
There you go. I can deal with that.
Alright, both runners finishing off that boss with relative ease.
Yeah, this is a pretty tight match here, man. We're neck and neck by like a minute or actually a second or so. But you can see these fights. Sometimes these fights look like they're more challenging, but there's a lot of stress to make all these brutal fights pretty simplistic, you know.
Yeah, luckily they're pretty scripted, so as long as you can execute your commands, I mean you pretty much should be able to get a solid time on each one.
Yeah, this particular tournament is a pretty lengthy one. We have I'm not even sure what the total count is of interest on this one, but you got a lot of matches going on here.
Oh yeah, I think we have what, 3 today?
Yeah, you've got a number today, and of course you have quite a number tomorrow. I think almost 10, maybe around 10 matches tomorrow alone.
Oh, dang.
So you're gonna have quite a bit of Odyssey for those who love those Odyssey races. You're gonna have a lot to watch tomorrow, that's for sure.
For sure. Talk about a PAX day.
Does this run have spoilers?
Probably.
Only something you haven't seen before. Then yes. Yeah. So here we go. Sand Kingdom time.
The classic Sand Kingdom.
Oh yeah. Sand Kingdom has a number of routes, you know, the most optimal route, some nice hat jumping and some bullet bill flying and stuff. And depending on what routes they have, you know, sometimes a little chance on dying here. They happen to miss some of these discards off the bullet bills here. Going to be interesting to see how these two runners play these routes.
I'm going to have to go with the picture in Chris's bottom left corner. I'm going to have to say that's a lovely photo of himself.
Well, I think I know who that person is, and unless he's recently renamed his account, I don't know, maybe it's a little motivation to be all he can be.
All right, Chris opting for the early bird first.
Yeah, and that little first bird you see, most of the routes you'll see on this particular kingdom, either you can grab the bird first, you know, prior to doing the rumble thing, or you'll see some runners get the bird towards the end of this route. Or you can see Isaiah with a interesting. That's interesting.
He's gonna need a little more height. I would get on that moon block.
Yep. Ooh,
oh, he got it.
Just enough. Or you can see something like that I haven't seen before myself. With on the way to that lovely sandy, while we're literally neck and neck on this moon here.
All right, Isaiah with the first ground pound on the dune. Chris having a little trouble.
Where is that
sweet spot?
Now, for those who don't know this game, actually, if you've never seen it played before or never played it yourself, when you're on the top of that moon, it's not just pure luck where you find it. Your controller or whatever actually rumbles very, very strong when you're on the exact location. But obviously, from a speed run, you want to kind of get the muscle memory down a little bit. If you get a little frustrated, you know, it may be easier to play a little safe and just walk. Find that hot spot and then do your ground pound.
Ooh, Isaiah not making it up that wall.
Yeah, you see a lot of people with some interesting strats here, using that big old ice block as a point to jump on top. And as you see, Chris, he says, you know, bump this mess. I'm gonna use the staircase.
Taking the safe way up. I like it.
I do that too. That's me. Because if you miss the other one, it's like, oh, then you're stuck on the sand and have to try it again. And sometimes it might be easier just to take the safer strat.
Mm-hmm. Looks like, oh, Chris's bullet bill lives.
Oh yeah. So it looks like he's going to go for the pillar way out far. Isaiah gets it, and Chris is...
That'll let him catch up.
There it is.
Now, do you think these runners are going to go for just the regular Sphinx, or do you think they'll attempt the elusive Sphinx clip?
You know, I would probably play it a little bit safer and not go for any kind of clip, just because, you know, if you mess up and you die, you know, you have to go back to the checkpoint. If they even hit, I don't think they even hit a checkpoint, so they're going to go all the way back to the Odyssey, which you don't want that to happen.
No, not at all. All right, they both talked to the Sphinx and more than likely lit up on coins.
Yeah, so they should have no coin problems here. And like I said, usually there'll be maybe a couple of moons you might get in this run, and taking advantage of Sphinx will give you quite a substantial amount of coins. You don't have to really worry about coins at all in the rest of the run.
For sure. Both of them sitting at roughly 160. So they probably won't need to worry about the coins the rest of the game. You only need 200 for this route.
Yep. And man, it's like these are carbon copies of each other right now. They're literally, it's like follow the leader here right now. Going up to the thing a little.
There's the first. Oh, that'll cost him. That'll cost him. That's
Rip
4
that
seconds.
dome piece. We're going to need a medic here for Isaiah here. So they grab the block moon, and it looks like they're going to probably head over, and let's see where they're going to go. They're going to grab the leaning tower.
Probably head on to Jaxie.
Yeah, let's see. Are we literally watching? Are these the same streams? I mean, they're both doing identically. Jesus. So they're both going with the Jaxie route here, hitting that treasure chest. I believe was the 50 coins more, so they don't have to worry about coins at all now.
Isaiah opts to go right. Chris decides to go left.
Which way is actually closer? I'm not sure.
I believe if you go right, it's about a second faster because you can start rolling sooner.
Got to save those frames. So since they both already gotten the bird, the only thing they have to worry about now is just getting the nice little bird mound heal. We won't discuss what's really under that mound, but that takes care of the 16 moons for Isaiah and Chris right behind them. And
yep, both of them opting for Sphinx and Quicksand, so they do not have pesky notes in the tree.
This is a pretty nice race here. Now, one, so I see some runners here, they actually roll back, and then some people actually warp back.
Warping back is quicker from that mini dune. If you were in the note tree, it's actually slightly quicker to roll back.
That note tree can be fun, especially when you fall off and have to kind of get back up before the timer runs out. But neither of them having to worry about that one as they head on to our next kingdom, a much shorter kingdom.
Very short. It's only about 3 minutes.
Yeah. It goes very fast. That's the one thing about Odyssey in general. There's not a lot of downtime in the run, but in between levels, kind of catch your breath, all right. Get your mind ready for the next kingdom. But once these kingdoms begin, it's just like back to back to back to back, kind of moon grabbing here, which makes it very interesting, very a very good watch.
Eddie, both of these runners will most likely take Snow Kingdom first because they will have enough coins.
Yep.
Isaiah getting up that wall, no problem. Chris right on his tail.
And if you notice what Isaiah did, you'll probably see Chris do it right now. If you're not familiar with the mechanics of Odyssey, there's actually a homing cap throw. So when you do your hat dive, you bounce off, and when you throw your cap again, you can basically kind of shake the remote controller, whichever you're using, Wiimote or what is it? Wiimote? We don't use Wiimotes in this game. What is it? Joy-Cons or Pro controllers or whatever your choice peripheral is. And you can actually home into the nearest item. So it could be an enemy. It could be obviously the little zipper they saw there. So they can easily grab that zipper, even though they can't actually necessarily see it based on the camera view. And home in on these things, like grabbing that cheap, for instance. So this game is a little motion sensitive, heavy. Some people don't like that. Some people love it. But if you want the best time in these games, you got to get good at these motion controls. That's for sure.
Okay, motion controls are a necessity for Odyssey. Oh, Isaiah taking a hit.
A little off there, but again, a very, very short fight when you know what to do.
As long as we don't see the bunny hop around, both runners should be in pretty good shape.
They'll time you down, he dumps down, you backflip up. If you're a little early, you'll actually go right through him. It's like, what's going on? But for some reason, his hitbox is not active yet if you go a little too early. But generally, pretty good fights from these two.
A good visual key for that is wait for his spikes to come out on his hat, then you can start your backflip. You should never go through his hat.
Definitely. And man, again, these runners are within about 7 seconds of each other. They're just right here on it. So I mean, this is what you like to see. You like to see races that stay relatively close to each other, and these runners are together. So that is it for our kingdom here, and
Now we're
we're
on
gonna
to
move on.
the Wooded Kingdom. I think the Wooded Kingdom probably has the best soundtrack of the game.
Yes, it's like
With some nice mellow music.
yes, this is some workout music. Go get Wooded Kingdom and download it to your Dale DJ ditties and pump it up, man. Because oh man, it's such a good song when you start getting to that that middle area of the game. But on top of that,
sorry.
yeah, no, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Your downtime in this game is your life lessons with Kathy, so it's good. It's your good 10-second breather between your nonstop movement.
Yeah, this is not one of those runs where you got a chance to go take a pee. You just can't do it unless you got some express strats or something going on. And oh boy, good old Mips. Now again, using that for Mips at the beginning, this is another instance where you can use the homing throw. You can throw it and shake your controller to kind of home in on Mips and to stun him slow, and then hit him again to spawn the moon there.
Looks like Mips was dodging our runners for a little bit. They caught up to him.
Oh yeah. Now you saw Chris. Oh yeah. By the way, if you ever had problem with rocks in this game, one thing that you can do is if you actually throw your cap first away from the rock and then just walk to the rock, you automatically grab it. Otherwise, you kind of have to tiptoe kind of very slowly without kicking the rock. So if you pick up the rock and just run it into another one, it will instantly break without having to, kick it around to crack it open. So
I had the hardest time with that.
Oh yeah, man. I was looking all kind of noobish when I played this game first time. Like, man. But once you saw the strap, man, godlike. Here it is. That music we all know and love. That thing is an onion, right?
I'm not too sure.
It was a scallion or something? I don't know.
Isaiah going for the nut in the wall first, as opposed to the pipe.
Yeah. Oh, we have a path deviation here.
Some people like to warp back to the pipe and then warp up.
So, Chris, you see here in this water section, it can be a little frustrating with our little enemies here. You want to watch out for them again. 2 moons to grab in that area. So you basically see them both do the same moons, just one order. So you're going to see Isaiah warp after he grabs these 2. That Chris is now getting the second one in just a couple of seconds here.
Chris takes a little hit, but getting a damageless fuzzy pipe is no easy feat.
Yeah, definitely that. Because if you get hit, you have to worry about you don't want to miss the cycle of the water there as it goes up and down. And of course, worst case scenario, you get hit a couple times and you end up dying, which is never fun.
Chris making his way up.
A little bit off the path he wanted to go there, but it's all good. Quickly
Isaiah
recovers back up.
Back and starts with his piranha.
Nice. So you'll see, as you see Isaiah kind of do the what is this, the nut around the corner and whatnot. You'll see Chris basically following him right now to get the same pair. Take care of that piranha. Spawn it. Don't grab it yet. Kind of missed the hit there at the same time.
Now, do you think Isaiah will go for P-switchless?
Boy.
That is a trick I enjoy seeing, but I have missed out on any runs that have yet to do it.
Yeah, I think it's more of a common thing now. Again, it's one of the things that you take advantage with the motion controls. There's if you're not familiar with this, when you have control of the onion, whatever that little brown thing is, at the peak of when you extend yourself taller, if you shake the controller, you get a little bit more height. So hopefully you can do that and then basically jump off and grab it without using the P-switch to follow the nice little grassy path you see Chris using right now.
Exactly.
And it does save a few
Isaiah
seconds.
attempted it, but he decided to give up right away.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chris taking a fall.
Oh boy, that's not what you want to see there.
Meanwhile, Isaiah just making his way up.
So again, the good thing about it is if you happen to die in this game, you basically spawn back either at the last door you went in, the last checkpoint you crossed, or either one of those last, I guess you call them like the transitional type moves, which kind of basically unlocks another portion of the level. So Isaiah's going to build that leader with that unfortunate death from Chris. Chris is going to have to really be on his game here. Might have to go for a little bolder strats here to kind of make up that time deficit.
Yeah, deaths in Woody Kingdom are never fun. They're pretty costly.
Isaiah gotta be a little careful. He was down to 1 HP there. And, oh boy, again. Now this fight can be really easy, but if you rush it a little bit, you're gonna take that damage. Again, you know what you're doing, very easy. And you see Chris trying to catch up there. He's gonna hopefully pick up a few seconds because Isaiah having a little problem there with the very beginning of that boss fight. But that will take care of Isaiah for Wooded Kingdom.
Meanwhile, Chris finishes up. Hopefully he has a little easier time.
He goes with the hat. I think usually when I play, I usually just jump on him, twice. You can just basically get 2 jumps, just double jump him on and kill him very quickly, or take the hat to discard his little dome piece hat and then just hit him with a simple jump, and he'll be down not just like he is there. So
Isaiah is loading up. He's getting ready to peace out. Chris is still right behind him. This is a still very close race. This is still like I would say a one cycle Dark Maestro on the boss fight away.
Oh yeah, all you need
Definitely
is one
game
dark.
changer.
Oh boy, that is a game changer. It can be a frustrating game changer, man. It's nothing worse than you going for that fast cycle on that boss and like that. Oh, sometimes this game when you shoot and you've hit it and the game's like, nah, man, we don't agree with you on this one. And you're sitting here looking at another cycle, unfortunately. But again, a little pit stop here, them get their composure together. Here they go again, and of course now we have our first little Bowser encounter here.
Isaiah making it up with no troubles.
So if you haven't seen this, optimally what you want to do is you don't want Bowser to be jumping around. You don't want to see any fire cycles, and you want to grab your hat. You want to hit the hat, grab it, hold it out. You can hold the hat, hold Cappy out by just holding the button, and then approach Bowser very quickly. And
Isaiah going for the quick strats on Bowser.
Yeah.
He didn't damage boost, so he could not grab that hat right away, but still very, very clean.
Definitely that. Isaiah must have played this game a couple times, it looks like here. So you see him throw Cappy out, walk towards him, and would have very close.
Alright, Isaiah making quick work of Bowser.
Isaiah was really pushing those pixels. If you get too close to Bowser when you're trying to get ready and get the quick cycles on him, he'll automatically re-grab his hat, and you end up losing time for that. So he really got kind of close on that third one, but no problem for him. Isaiah moving on to the dreaded Lost Kingdom.
Or as most of the community likes to call it, the meme tree.
Ah, boy. Let's see which way he's going to go at the beginning. He's going to take the green palm here, and let's see what happens.
And he gets the triple, no problem.
No problem. Lost Kingdom is very challenging kingdom. Depending on the route, I mean, you have the chance of dying right at the beginning, not to mention dying at the very end, you know, on that 10th moon. So, but Isaiah on point right now. With the blind jump. So, hey, as you can see right here, this level is a perfect example of moons being gathered in very, very fast succession.
For sure. This is also very unforgiving. If you fall early, the bird will actually trigger and steal your hat, which is just awful to go through.
Now, if you're like I said, if you're new to this run and don't understand why in the world they go this like strange way at the beginning, well, if you follow the normal path by just walking across the bridge at the beginning, as you just heard Billy say, you'll get Cappy stolen. You have to go back and retrieve from back. So by going above, avoiding that complete lower area, that basically whole lower area is all triggered to trigger the cutscene. So by going above and hitting that trigger, you basically skip that. So you can traverse the bottom area where you can see Isaiah's walking around now without any fear of the cutscene triggering.
It is important to note, Chris did follow a slightly different path. He opted to go into, it looked like the side cave.
Yeah, he went for gardening first. Isaiah showing how it's done right there. That scary 10th moon. I think he tried to actually save it. He tried to save a little time here by cap diving to recover versus what a lot of people do is just take the death.
Maybe you save about 2 seconds doing deathless.
Yeah. But nevertheless, Isaiah nailing it, 10 moons.
And making quick work of Lost.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely wants to get out of here. No one wants to hang around in Lost Kingdom for too long.
Oh, yes. And as Isaiah's taking care of that, let's see how Chris finished in the last two. Who's going to go grab the one inside the cave, and let's see how he does on that last moon, that dreaded last moon.
And he gets it no problem, taking the safer way instead of the risky long jump.
Little stepping stone. No problem with that.
No, this is where the race gets interesting. Dark Metro can be your best friend or your worst enemy.
Oh boy, Dark Metro. And Dark Metro does not play because for most routes of this game, I mean, everybody now, you have a very somewhat challenging jump right at the very beginning because normally you want to traverse the lower area and go around, but you know what, speedrunners, we don't have time to go slow. So,
ooh, he bonks.
Oh boy.
That's a costly bonk.
Yes.
He has to go all the way back up. Alright, he gets it the second time.
Oh!
Ooh, another one.
Poor Mario. Mario just being assaulted. Now, of course, Chris can use those bombs because that's like I said, that's like a couple seconds every time that Chris can kind of reduce this this deficit he's behind Isaiah.
Chris making his way down. See how Chris does this jump? Gets it on the first try.
Yeah. And... Oh!
Oh! Taking a hit from those exploding mosquitoes.
Both of these runners in a very inside this building is very, very scary because one bad move can send you plummeting, and that's quite a climb to do again if you happen to fall down or bonk and end up dying.
This is probably the most risky jump. If you mess up your control angle, you will miss Cappy and you will fall away to the bottom.
Definitely so. Don't want that. Isaiah's headed to the boss that can really swing this run around 20 seconds if he misses this cycle. Chris making his way upwards. Well, let's see how this fight goes here.
See if RNG's on Isaiah's side.
So one thing about this boss fight, when in this particular fight, when the boss is kind of doing this little electrocution across the screen, you want to minimize the movement. You know, the shorter path allows you to kind of make this fight go much quicker. So you want to make sure that you move Mario into a place that makes the path much shorter when he's traversing. And as you can see, he's kind of facing away for a very short path. And now the dreaded, hopefully last cycle, we can get all these purple things destroyed. And one thing about it, shoot the purples and it destroys the ones on each side of that one that you hit.
And he should have, yep, there it is, 2 cycle, no problem.
No problem at all.
Meanwhile, so Chris just finishing up the first one.
Oh, yeah. So let's see how this works. Yeah, the camera inside is fun. I mean, I think I'm guilty of myself that sometimes when I'm playing or jumping, I don't always like adjust the camera when I'm in the middle of a jump. Sometimes I'm a little like, oh, I'm trying to focus on the jump. And, you know, sometimes you just don't want to turn the camera. Sometimes you can't turn the camera. It just won't let you. So, but again, this goes to show you, like, just like a lot of these Mario games, there's a lot of movement, there's camera work required, and, you know, hat diving and all that good stuff. And sometimes you need some good shots on a mini boss like this one. And oh boy,
Chris with 3 spread out.
Oh boy,
he had the
Bermuda Triangle set up there.
Do not want to see that.
Meanwhile, you're gonna see Isaiah do a neat little trick where he threw Cappy towards the electric and then immediately wiggle, whatever you want to say, the controller to homing attack the little electrocute thing to immediately go back to everyone's favorite moon.
Say with a very nice RC car.
Definitely, that was really good. Chris done with that dumb balls. He can breathe a sigh of relief and now focus on worry about Light Metro now.
That 3 cycle will put him about 30 seconds behind, but still anyone's game.
With the 10 out of 10 landing on Feels Bad Man, he's got a pal now. Now, of course, you can use those little orange little cones to grab and, you know, get quite the speed boost, you know, to traverse around the ground areas. So Chris is going to start Light Metro now. Isaiah is going to warp over. He's going to go up top to begin working his way downward for some moon grabs here. A little spin dash action here.
Little flare. Isaiah showing the flare.
There you style points.
Ooh. I was a little worried for him for a second. I was really worried about that camera angle.
He's trying to make us all impressed with these blind jumps here, you know? I can respect that, you know?
I'm not a fan of Leap of Faith in the City.
I gotta love this. It's just so visual. It's so cool, man. It just looks neat when someone does this. So he's gonna grab the moon up top, then go down to the pool you can just see a little piece of. And we Kobe right onto it. And then continuing the descent of moon gathering. He went for a really bold ground pound there, trying to nail it.
Very last second. I thought he was gonna break Mario's kneecaps for a second.
Telling you, who needs a patella anyway, you know? Chris making friends as well with Feels Bad Man. All the love. Meanwhile, while he's making friends, Isaiah is bodying everybody, rolling like Sonic through this crowd of people.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. So we can pick up 2 moons here.
Oh, he misses the trampoline.
Well, there goes that dome piece again.
That's 6 bogs for Isaiah. So there goes my guess.
I'm telling you. Well, I forgot what they even said. I know I went double digit.
I went for 6.
Yeah, I was way high. But I'm sure these runs won't let me down.
Chris warping up.
Isaiah trying to holler at a hot lady here. It says bump you.
Oh, it seems Chris missed the moon above the steel beam, but he goes back down and quickly gets it.
Oh yeah. Not a fun moon to miss there, that's for sure. So Isaiah's starting to pull away a little bit here, but you never know what can happen in this game. You got a lot of gameplay left. You got a lot of kingdoms.
There is still plenty of this race left to go.
Definitely so.
All right, it's everyone's favorite segment. Time to get your OTEP hype ready.
What is this OTAP?
Yay!
Yay!
It's a nice little meme from I Ate Your Pie.
What is this? What is this May stuff you all speak of here? So Isaiah is going to be done with Metro. That is 20 moons for him, and he is out of there as Chris is going to go spin dash into some people right quick. Pick up his 2 moons inside. Spun himself out of control on that one.
Looks like he tried to cancel out of that roll a little too soon.
Yeah, when you try to cancel out a roll, man, you have some serious speed. If you're not careful, you're gonna
go somewhere. He almost was the fight. That would have been very tragic.
Oh man, definitely.
Meanwhile, Isaiah getting another life lesson from Cappy.
Life lessons. Gotta love this game. So Isaiah's gonna have a chance to catch his breath here as he gets ready to move over to his next kingdom. I'm going to take care of a little seaside action. And
seaside first. Interesting. I thought he would have enough coins for Snow Kingdom.
Yeah, it might have. I don't know. Yeah,
it might just be habit.
Yeah. So again, you see a nice little complex series of movements at the beginning of this, and those jumps can be a little trivial to first learn. Usually, you'll see them do a hat job, but usually the key to getting the extra height is doing a spin in the air before you wall jump again. That gives you the extra little boost of height you need. You see them do that there. You see them do that at the beginning of Dark Metro. A lot of places you'll see that extra little mover to basically avoid using, what is that, the old jetpack guy. Oh man, the face ruined again.
No, Bonk Life is the only life for Isaiah.
Oh my goodness. So there we go. We have good old Jetless, whatever the cool kids are calling it these days.
I didn't even know you were supposed to use the octopuses to get up there. I just tried that the first way.
Look at you. See,
so I guess I was doing it fast the whole time. All right, meanwhile, Chris finishing up. About to get a life lesson.
See where he goes first. Maybe have a different path.
He opts in for Snowside. Okay. Or Snow Kingdom. So he knows he has enough coins, so he doesn't want to waste any time switching down.
As he gets his life lesson, you see Isaiah doing his. Of course, he's not immune from bonks. You can still bonk with this fish, which is cheap, and fish bonks are just so cute. You just kind of just.
If you do the quick swim, I believe it makes you move a little faster, but it also lets you turn corners better.
Oh yeah.
When he's wiggling back and forth, he can't really turn sharp, smooth corners.
And this is one of those things where this is motion control. In fact, both players right now, you see Chris going over to talk to Captain Toad. So again, he gets more speed by using motion controls, as well as you can see Isaiah. The fish control is a little strange because if you press both buttons at the same time, say Y and B, grab my controller.
Yeah, Y
and B, you'll go straight. But if you're going down, like if you hold Y and then press B as you're going down, you get downward speed, and vice versa, holding B and then Y. So, and it's kind of strange because these controls are not told to you. You just have to kind of figure them out. So,
a double bonk in the Peep Cave.
Double fish bonk, man.
Those are very costly.
Oh yeah.
Not quite as bad as Mario on Dry Land.
So there we go. It takes care of Seaside for Isaiah. He's going to go to where Chris is now.
Oh, Chris trying to buy that king heart.
I'm
Not
guilty.
quite. Not quite.
I've definitely bought that one more times than I care to admit. But again, Seaside, one of those kingdoms that again can go very quickly. It's really interesting to see how that route has changed. Before there wasn't that route used to have you going to talk to Captain Toad and going to the corner of the level, and when they discovered that it was faster to actually go in the water and get some of those cheap base moons. Things like that. Optimization happening all the time in games like this.
Oh, Chris testing out the strength of that pillar with his face.
His nose a little too long, so it just mashed a bit. So here we go. Chris going into our first tunnel. And again, this is another route that did change, opting to start off by going to the far north. And whoa, boy. Chris.
Oh no.
Boy, it was, he tried to cheat death once, and the second time it got him. Into the purple Kool-Aid he goes.
Right,
it's a
he's
little
taking his time
scary.
now. Oh no! This can be a very unforgiving room.
Gotta get him to hold it together here. It's always a little dangerous throwing Cappy near these cloud guys because sometimes Cappy will latch onto it, and next thing you know,
you are in some goo.
I'm telling you.
Meanwhile, Isaiah making his way up to this moon hidden with the cardboard boxes. As Chris finishes up his first room.
And Chris is gonna have to keep it together here. We can bounce back from this. Like I said,
one last spiny for Chris. There it is.
Hat bonk. Let's see. Chris is, he's losing a little ground here, but I said you still got some kingdoms. You've got Luncheon, in the midst, and a lot of stuff going on Luncheon.
Oh, for sure. If you have a bad Luncheon or a bad Bowser's Kingdom, that can give your other opponent a good chance to catch up.
Yes, sir. It can go south very quickly. If you're down with no coins, nothing
Chris
happens.
with the bonk.
Unfortunately. Yeah, if you're down with no coins, so this game you can't quote game over. If you have no coins, you just continue. So, you're basically your penalty for dying is okay, you have to go back to whatever the last checkpoint was and you lose 10 coins.
And losing 10 coins in this category can add up. Really give you some route changes.
Definitely. If you haven't gotten those moon purchases. Man, how about that triple jump style?
Isaiah making quick work of the first half.
Did y'all see that? Man, going all kinds of fast right there. I'm going to go review that one again myself.
As King said in the chat, a bad Brutal and Mech can easily turn this around.
Yes, it sure can. You can just switch your minute very, very quickly when we get towards the end here. Now, if you notice Chris in that room, it's one thing about this game. With using Cappy, you can just skip major segments of levels just so easily. That icicle room, it wants you to go all up and knock the icicle down, but you can just simply cap jump across the chasm, pit of pendulum, whatever, and just make it so easy. So very rewarding for those who want to use those style points.
Like Chris is finishing up here. He's going to make his way to the seaside. Isaiah getting the pesky Goombas. I'm never a fan of these Goombas.
Yeah.
It's very easy to just kill one.
Oh, yeah. I'm
start
sorry.
over.
No fun on that one. Guess they ain't found a way to get the clip inside that wall. But you never know as the game evolves. And there you go again, Isaiah. Just hat jumping across the pit.
So very clean Goomaroo. He didn't really slow down at all for that one.
Definitely. So again, Isaiah's moving on. He only has one more moon to get here, and he'll be done with the snow and seaside combo.
Testing that arch with his face. That'll cost him.
Way up high. Man. Poor guy.
Oh, that'll
Man.
cost him. That'll cost him.
Ooh,
Poor Mario's
boy.
gonna have a concussion after this.
Man, he's not gonna know who he is anymore. Poor God. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of confident on my bonk guess now. Where this is going?
True, I believe he's at 11 now. He's making his way up there. Meanwhile, Chris getting in that fight very quickly. I don't even think he touched the ground.
Yeah.
But Isaiah will be headed off to the Lunch Kingdom, so I hope everyone had a good lunch, otherwise you're about to be very hungry.
Yes, and if you ate too much, guess what? There's plenty of pink Pepto for everybody and luncheon for everybody to heal their painful stomachs.
But you definitely don't want to touch this Pepto. This Pepto is basically as hot as fire.
Bad Pepto. Chris having to do a second chance to get that moon up there.
Little readjustment. Oh, and he
Oh!
bumps.
Oh! Who needs that naked?
Dang. Oh, and he does it again.
Oh my goodness.
Poor Mario.
Oh boy. Now, look, I need no more bonks here. I said 13K. I need y'all to play bonk with here. Ooh, Isaiah.
Making it up
Yes.
on the wall.
Gotta love it. That jump is not. It doesn't look as. It's not too easy, but again, one of those maneuvers that you can learn and forget the intended route.
Definitely not as easy as it looks.
It's always fun to see how people maneuver because you see a lot of people just like you saw Isaiah do. Some people do a backflip there. Some people do a ground pound to regain their height upwards, and always interesting to see the different little mini routes that people do.
We're round 2 for this purple brutal. I guess he didn't learn the first time.
You know, well, he's taking lessons from Bowser. You know, Bowser's been trying for 30-some years to kill Mario and still ain't working. You know, here we are.
Fortunately for Bowser, this is he's only gonna have the princess for about an hour, so not sure how you plan a wedding in an hour, but I mean, I think I want to have Bowser as my wedding planner. He can do that in an hour. I mean, sign me up.
Yeah, maybe we can just swing by Las Vegas Kingdom. I mean, you can just walk in and get married there. So Chris is headed up, getting his last couple of moons here. Again, a little spin action, a little motion controls there to spin up the grass and then grab the one. So he's got one more to get and he'll be done. As Isaiah goes into the Pepto room here.
Makes his way out. Looks like he's gonna opt. Ooh. Do not want to touch the Pepto.
That was RNG manipulation. Don't worry about it. He's okay.
Purely calculated.
Yeah, it's trying to get some better cycles, that's all. Of course.
Makes his way up into that wall, no problem. Meanwhile, Chris on the right, just loading up. He's about to make his way over to the Luncheon Kingdom as well.
I tell you what, I can't wait until someone codes some software to actually record your inputs while you're playing this game. I would love to see the counters on some of these buttons and you know, camera changes, because if you actually were to sit and count how many button presses it requires to get some moves, it's ridiculous. You know, with the hat throws and dives and bounces, man.
Let's not to mention, not forget the mini, like your endless mashing on the plus button.
Oh
you
yeah.
Skip those cutscenes.
Telling you, oh yeah, that's crazy. So over the pot of whatever's being cooked there.
Golden turnips. I don't know, I've never eaten gold, so. But
Yeah.
apparently at these temperatures, it will melt.
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Whoa.
Testing the strength of that Pepto.
Watch that step, bruh. Chris
Making it up.
Man, look at that. He ain't out of it. He's gonna need a major mistake from Isaiah though to kind of produce this. And we gotta be careful. One thing about this part right here, you can see him using motion controls. But you have to be careful because sometimes using the little Poodaboo, if you land that little wooden stake, if you land on the ground, the Poodaboo will just go bye-bye, and you can actually die there pretty easily if you miss land there.
For sure. It looks like Isaiah is opting for the Konobu route instead of the Forks route.
Pan to the face.
He got sniped.
God, man.
See
That feels so
I
bad.
think this second Spiney's gonna get him. Yep, there it is. Gotta
Be careful here.
There we go. Oh, that Hammer Bro is still alive though. He needs to make it out of there.
Meanwhile, Chris is over here, like what, painting?
Yeah, he it looks like he wants a full purple platform.
Watch out now, we got some purple bingo action on here.
Little too early. Little too early.
Now, when the purple stuff begins to fly, oh my goodness, I'm so glad he spun. I thought
That was clenching.
I was just about to mention that you can clean up some of that purple goo by throwing your hat or spinning and whatnot, man. Playing with death there, I see. So here we go, Isaiah's. Oh boy.
Is he gonna get hit by the fire? Oh, wow. No. That is not a strong flame.
Avoided that crispiness. So he didn't do fork flip. He's going to be doing this one, which I'm not a fan of this one. Not by one bit.
I myself have only done forks once, and I didn't really like it.
I think I just like it. I think I like it. This part right here. That
quick jump. Whoa, that is tight platforming.
He's just trying to show off. They ain't got time to go straight. He's just gonna go to this side and this side, a little juke.
Very confident in his distance.
This guy trying to go for swag points over here. By the way, if you all haven't already, make sure that this speed gaming, you have a lot of chance to follow a lot of runs. Make sure these two guys, nice little follow, because without them, you'll be watching the stream right now. You'd actually be productive at work or something instead. So,
yeah, who wants that?
Oh God, bump that. Make sure y'all show them some love, you all. Chris shooting like Shaq free throws here, missing that throw from 2 feet. But it's all good. He got his own rebound.
So Isaiah finishing up. He's gonna make his way to the dragon fight.
The dragon fight. Yoshi got mad, had some bad Chipotle, and has mutated into the creature you will soon see. I wonder if Chris would do fork flipping. I want fork flipping.
Nope, he opted for Konobu as well.
Why?
No forks in this run.
Why? No fork flip. Like, he's going with these nasty platforms. Those things are very, very visually kind of hard to get correctly at times.
Ooh, doing a nice little backflip up.
Look at this guy. Everybody's trying to do a little style points here. Man, the Russian judge is impressed here. So here we go. Man, these Pan Bros are really frustrating sometimes to throw forever. Man, that was a really quick
Oh, he just gets all up in that switch.
Man.
I think he was like 4 for 4 on that. No time wasted at all.
Odd, man. Somebody better take notes on what he just did.
Give that a 10 out of 10. He quickly ditches him too.
Need some extra credit on that one.
Now, this is the part no one saw coming. A dragon fight.
Seriously.
In a Mario game.
Dragons in Mario.
A lightning dragon, no less.
So yeah,
Isaiah forgetting about that cutscene for a little bit.
Just want to show y'all some extra content, right?
Meanwhile, Chris dumping off that photo booth, lighting up that torch on that island. And he's going to make his way to the photo booth room.
So usually on the dragon fight, most to get on top of the dragon before he becomes, completely safe to land on, just to take the damage, just to be in a much more optimal position to get the hits quicker, get rid of those pegs and whatnot. So that's intended, and then usually you'll grab one of the hearts just as a little precautionary measure.
Ooh, what they said, lightning disc. but there are no shortage of parts, and Chris making quick work of the Potable room.
Definitely.
Having no troubles whatsoever.
Making this stuff look easy.
I see a lot of runners using the damage strats for the dragon fight. It is possible to do it without taking damage, but you have to be good on your timing, otherwise you will lose.
Definitely on that.
Chris getting his moon on the wall and making his way up with Tamita. Oh, okay, he's taking the fork up.
Alright, Isaiah's finished up the last phase here.
Very good dragon fight. A little slow on the third one.
Yeah.
But that is good.
Chris avoid falling into the little potato soup there, whatever it is, and taking care of his last 3 moons for luncheon. They both get into tri-moon, as I call it. So they're both getting ready to advance to their next kingdoms.
Oh, Chris forgetting that he can skip the bird. Those 2 pesky cutscenes. They just slid those right in there.
It's so I don't even know what the total number of cutscenes gets, but I tell you what, it gets a little frustrating because you get used to you gotta press plus so much in this game to just get these cutscenes and you forget where they are sometimes. Oh boy.
It is. They can be rough to remember.
At least they made them skippable because of the
oh my goodness. Yeah, that would not be fun for speedrunning.
Oh my goodness. It's kind of like, starting a Majora's Mask run, something like that. Having to deal with these long openings.
I think Nintendo had the intention for this game to be sped run, so I'm glad they made them skippable.
Confirmed somebody is in the speedrun community works for Nintendo. It has to be. Maybe one of you all.
Quick shout out to Ghostly for the sub to Speed Gaming.
Oh yeah. Show those emotes, my friend.
Alright, Isaiah starting off with the last major kingdom. See how it treats him. There are some unforgiving jumps. Depending on what route you want to take, you will be over that seemingly endless fall.
Oh yes. Yeah, using a little bird action again. You're taking advantage of motion controls to get a much higher flick up vertically.
Again, it's another feature the game doesn't tell you.
Yep.
I don't think the game tells you can do that flip with the bird.
Who knows? Maybe if someone actually took the time to read the action guide in this game.
And who would do that?
I don't think can I get anyone who's read the action guide in this chat? I think
Chris
I probably went there by accident.
Chris going with Damageless Dragon. He makes it up there very quickly.
Oh yeah. So Chris is, even though he's behind, he's probably hoping if Isaiah up on this mech fight, bad things go wrong.
There's only about a minute between our runners currently, and one slip up, and that'll be very costly for Isaiah.
That is definitely true. So Isaiah is going to go into our little 5 moon gathering here, a moon shot. And again, taking care of the homing cap, or the cap throw to grab these if I haven't actually touched them. Very, very good mechanic here, and as you can see.
First risky jump down, saves a lot of time going up that way instead of getting the bird.
Yep.
See him take advantage of the motion controls again.
Yep. Tell you, it's so neat. Oh my goodness.
Chris taking
motion controls.
Chris almost died.
Chris
not
trying to
die on this boss fight.
Definitely making it suspenseful here.
Okay, he finishes. He gets out of there by the skin of his teeth.
Remember, it's entertainment value. You always make y'all, clench a little bit. That's all.
Totally planned it out for us.
Yes. This whole race is totally scripted. Exactly. So there you go, Isaiah taking care of that one. Gonna move on to the next segment of this level.
Now he can go over the area with no ground, or he can take the safe. Oh, looks like he is going for the quicker way.
Yeah.
Now this can save you 2 seconds, or you can lose about 20. Looks like he gets it.
Yep.
It's very easy to bonk on that ceiling.
I'm not quite that bold yet. I'll just go around the building.
Chris loading up and heading on to Bowser's Kingdom.
So Isaiah is going to get ready to go to his refights here. Well, not say refights. One of them has only played once anyway, but
Looks like he's going off with the green hats first.
I usually do this myself.
It's just runner's preference. Oh, it's a very quick second cycle.
Good stuff. Now, me and you all play this game or notice sometimes that you just wait for the thing to spin around, but as you can see,
not letting him spin anywhere at all. Those hat jumps were on point.
Yes, sir. That was fantastic right there, showing you how to do it. Again, the whole hat theme of this game, you can see you discard that hat and hey, you can get another hit in very quick. That's basically perfect.
That topper fight cannot get any quicker.
And again here, don't do like I did and wait for her to do the homing one. Gigantic bombs. You just get perfect positioning, hit it right back to old girl, and bop her. And
lining him up. 2 for 2. Meanwhile, Chris finishing up the first move very easily.
Definitely. Again, Chris needs to make sure he stays on point here, just in case something may go bad for Isaiah. Isaiah is not making him lose. He's not losing any time though, because he's nailing these fights though.
He has had a very good Bowser's Kingdom so far. He hasn't had any major mistakes. So Chris is going to have to reciprocate and stay on par.
Yes, sir. So here we go. Chris making his way. Made his way over here. See how he can handle the moon shard portions. See how he does this, how he approaches that. Especially that third one. He's going to go over here around the corner first.
It looks like he gets this one first. He might go for the bird route.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, no, he's just going to take advantage of that cap jump.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. He will have to go. Oh, and
Mario can't catch a break here.
He takes the long way around to that fourth one. Meanwhile, Isaiah just climbing up this tower, not wasting any time.
Movement very, very nice by him right now. And of course, we have a nice little vertical wall here. Again, if you're not familiar with the motion control of this game, if you shake the motion control, shake the controller, you get a very big jump. And of course, you can shake it again for like a little extra like boost. And quickly traversing that vertical wall like it's nothing to head over to what could be a run changer here if this fight doesn't go well.
Alright, Isaiah getting ready for the Power Rangers, as I like to call it. All four are finally putting their heads together to try to stop Mario.
Yep, he is.
There we go.
No!
The leg. It's gonna be very unforgiving.
Going for birdless here, and again, intentional bonks. No biggie.
Oh
boy.
Birdless can save you time or it can lose you time. It's very difficult.
And,
he has it this time.
There we go.
Alright, he needs to not fall here. Falling early is not a good thing. Looks like he has it. Oh no!
Oh boy!
But he's fine.
The ears
he got body blocked.
So if you haven't seen this fight, basically you're using the cap to get back on top of him. And once you do it the first time, he'll usually spaz out, throw you off again, and just get back on top. And that way you can forget doing the intended thing, if you want to call it that, using the bird to work your way upwards and causing the big old mech to fall down each time to kill one of the Brodals inside the little glass tubes. But with this done the way he's doing it, this cuts considerable time off the run.
Chris finishing up with the green hats. He had a little bit of trouble with the third cycle, but Isaiah with a very clean Mecha Brew. It's going to take some major errors for Chris to catch up at this point.
Oh yeah, we're going to need some. Got some depths in 2D or something just to bounce back. You never know though.
Isaiah could go for 2D skip.
Oh man, you've seen runners who have lost runs right near the end, just one misstep and you're falling to your death and backtracking a minute. So Chris is going to take care of old girl. We'll just call her old girl for now. Let's see how we get our little aim here.
Lines it up pretty well. Then he's done.
No biggie for that.
And now he will make us climb up.
Up. Meanwhile, Isaiah is going to get ready for the end. Get ready and move through Moon Kingdom.
Now, Chris can make up a little time. If he has a really good Mecha Brutal, he can catch up by about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But Isaiah will have to mess up Moon Skip several times.
Yeah.
Or maybe even a Bowser death.
Yeah, or lose or have some bad cycles here. You know, having some bad cycles on Bowser fight itself can cost, you know, about 15 seconds, 15, 20-ish. So
well, for sure. Bowser jumping around, just taunting you, is not a fun time.
Definitely so.
Especially in this last segment of the race. Looks like Chris taking a little slower, safer route up. Definitely do not want to fall here.
That is definitely true here.
Meanwhile, Isaiah on the left starting up the moon. Now, I did not see this coming. I thought, you know, we'd end in the Bowser land, but then Nintendo throwing us curveballs in this whole game.
Oh, you know it. Oh, boy.
Ooh, Chris hitting that spike strip.
Is that kind of a bird bonk? I guess you're getting knocked.
Yeah, that's going to be a bonk. That'll cost him.
Called a bird bonk.
Fortunately, that will count on the ball counter, so I am leagues out of this.
Yeah, apparently they said Isaiah's on PB pace potentially.
Oh, Isaiah on PB pace. I'm guessing he started around 105, maybe, on the moon.
Ish, yeah.
The moon takes roughly, I believe, 6 minutes.
So here we go.
So it's gonna be close. He is in the green. All right, moon skip. Oh, might be a little. Oh, he got it.
Yeah.
It looked like he might have been a little too far to the right, but he got it first try.
Making it look like he's played this game before or something.
You know, Chris over the Mecha Brutal. Oh, he goes for the top one. That is I have not seen that order. You want to save the top one for last.
It's just gonna be interesting to see how this one works out. Usually the top one for last because even when he does his other cycles, you can always try to ground pound it.
Exactly, it makes it very easy to get.
His hat throw was a little short there.
Bowser saying no thanks. Oh, I thought he was gonna get it back again.
Yeah. Chris is doing a good job trying to stay on top of Mecha.
Oh, when he takes the ball. It's like he tried to get back up a little too soon.
That is unfortunate for Chris. He's going to have to wait this cycle out so he can get a way back up. One of these birds.
You do want to take your time on those hat jumps. If you do a quick hat jump, you don't get as much height, which it can come back to hurt you when trying to get back on top of the Brutal.
Yeah, speaking of getting on top of the Brutal, it's very frustrating sometimes working your way back up. Close on he bonks. Yeah, they kind of get like a diagonal throw to avoid that cannon thing on top. And
let's see if he
boy,
he's trying to go straight up. You want to make a there we go. He jumps to the right or left.
Gotta be careful not to die now.
Oh, did he already? Is there a Brutal there? No. Okay, he's good. I didn't see it on the screen for a second. I was a little worried. Meanwhile, Isaiah on the third phase of Bowser, he has good hat placement. Doesn't really have to move at all.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, a little frustrated. Ooh. Oh, Bowser is giving him the jukes.
Tried the long jump to beat the jump, but
all right, it's 3 jumps. Give him some hands. One more jump. Oh, Chris enjoying the coffee break.
Must be some of this new DLC content for Odyssey. I didn't realize it was out yet.
Meanwhile, Isaiah is starting up the Bowser segment. Now, will we see a 2D skip, folks?
Well, I'm not sure if he knows where Chris is, but I mean, he can afford to go for it and miss it and die and probably still be okay.
I mean, he is on PB pace.
Go for it, man.
Gotta go for it. Gotta make the PB count.
I mean, what do you have to lose besides a PB in a race?
In a minute.
You know.
Let's not mention a whole minute. It's the trick that can save you 2 seconds or cost you a minute.
Yep. Risk versus reward. Let's see what happens here.
See what he goes for. He is saying no thank you.
Soft. But smart.
It's a very tight trick. Very tight trick.
Yeah, the momentum you have when you're as Bowser is a little stiff when you want to change direction. So it definitely mimics Mario 1 with some stiff controls when you try to change in the air. But he's looking home free here. Unless something really bad happens on our choice music section.
It is possible to fall. People have fallen. There are a couple holes. Meanwhile, Chris rushing through the moon. But hopefully he gets the first try moon skip. So both of our runners can enjoy that satisfaction of getting it on the first try.
Now, if you haven't seen what Isaiah is doing, he basically tried to do some fireball shots, motion control, towards the right one, and then go the other way, so that way he can avoid having to actually physically go to the location of each of the pillars.
Oh, it looks like he got the early pillar, so he's opting for fireballs. He did get the early pillar, so
how about that?
So very, very good work on the sniping.
Meanwhile, Chris is setting up moon jump here.
See how he gets it? Oh, is he gonna get it? He got it. He got it first try. There we go. Good job, Chris.
And it looks like Isaiah is going to be completing with a time of, wouldn't you like to know?
It looks like his timer is at roughly 1:11:58. We'll hold off on the official times for now.
Yeah, but definitely a very good run from Isaiah there. Really playing it strong on those last couple of kingdoms there. A lot of good boss fights.
Very good from Isaiah. I'm gonna see if we can get him in here for an interview.
As Chris is gonna wrap up the final Bowser portion here, let's see if we can finish strong here. Again, nevertheless, man, shoot, these times beat my PB. I'm envious of them. So here we go. Chris is gonna do a little fire dodge action here. Yeah, really good time though.
All right, welcome in, GG's, Isaiah.
Thank you.
Is that a PB for you?
Yeah, 33-second PB.
Nice.
Look at this guy.
Always good to see a PB on race.
Man, especially that's a really fast time to cut off that much. That's impressive, man. Can you teach me? Hey, thank you.
Well, I've basically ignored running the game for a week, except practicing. I've only practiced the past week.
I've only played it for a week, and I'm just like beastly. I tell you. But man, that was phenomenal. Really good performance, man. You deathless and boss fights really good. You got some really good boss fights, my friend.
Yeah, I've been grinding the boss fights a lot. I've practiced Mecha Brutal for like 10 hours total, at least.
It can be a tricky
grinding that boss.
Oh yeah. It definitely
up Bowser.
It definitely shows how the work you put into this, my friend. You know. Let me ask you this: Are you thinking about trying to go for that top spot, that number 1?
I'm aiming for top 10, but I can't say I'm gonna aim for number 1 because that's a bit insane.
I mean, if you're gonna go for top 10, what's a couple more spots? You know.
Exactly.
I'm gonna start somewhere.
Well, you're starting off pretty doggone good because I'm pretty What about a 111? What was it? 111.58?
Yeah, 58.
Yeah, that's it's pretty high up that leaderboard, man, for someone that just wants top 10. You know. Man.
All right, Chris starting his 2D section. We'll see how this treats him.
Go for the skip.
Leaderboard, anyways.
So Isaiah, how did you feel about your run?
I don't know, to be honest, because I've been so nervous about doing this. This has been my first race on any kind of gaming channel other than my own.
Chris taking a fall in 2D. That's gonna cost him a minute.
Nothing happens. Oh, you ain't nothing to be nervous about. I mean, you only have hundreds of people watching you and judging your every move.
Yeah, only like 600 or something.
If it makes you feel any better, I've never done a live race before either.
Like, I've done a few small races with random guys from the Discord, but that's about it. Like, I haven't done any big time races before.
Right. Okay. Chris' second go around on 2D. Hopefully he gets that jump in. These 2D controls can be a little pesky.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man, if this is your first race, I mean, I really can't complain when you PB by a half minute in a race. I mean, that's just, most people usually will not do that too often. That's for sure.
I'm happy with the run overall, but I really dislike the early game.
So what do you think, if you wouldn't even say, what did you say in this run that you did that you probably could have done better, if anything,
Sand Kingdom and Spewart Battle Inwarded.
Sand Kingdom, not too happy with what happened?
I went for safe strats to get extra coins, basically, because I didn't want to kill the run or have the detour in Snow Kingdom.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of that, I noticed that you had the coins, but I noticed that you went to Seaside first. Was that like normally just what you normally do, or?
I normally do it, so I just wanted to actually get a split there, but then I forgot to split anyways.
Oh, I got you, man.
It cost
starting the anime part of this run. He's gonna take quick work of these pillars and blast off the moon.
Oh yeah, what was our final bonk count for Isaiah? What did we end up with?
I think it was 15 bonks. I really had it in for you with the single digits.
I said 13.
Yeah, I'm not too happy with the bonk count overall, but I guess it's kind of an improvement. Maybe, I'm not quite sure how many times I bonk.
So this is why you go for one of those crazy categories like, 80% no bonks, or longer categories with no bonks, and just if you want to challenge yourself.
Well, if you want any actual 90% no bonks, you can just do super safe run.
Yeah, no rolling. That's a good start right there.
Yeah, no long jumping, no diving.
Nothing.
Just walking.
And Chris completing it with a time of about 1:17:32, so GG for him as well. Showing off a picture of his motivator, his idol. So congratulations to Chris as well. Finishing with a good time.
1:17:32. And we'll see if Chris is available.
Yeah. But yeah, again, Isaiah, congratulations. And so now you got your whole kind of first run out of the way. Now it's just easy for now, right?
Yeah.
Easy stuff.
I hope I'm going to be a less nervous the next one.
Don't worry. It's just play the game, Just you play it, and if you mess up, you keep going, It's bound to happen in a run, in a race, in a speed run, You play a run, and sometimes you mess up, and if you mess up, keep on going, because you never know what may be happening to your competitors, So
yeah, like if this was a normal run, I would have reset in Sand Kingdom, because I lost 20 seconds there total.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I've learned from doing speed runs is that sometimes, even though you may mess up early, you never know when you may be just on point later. You may, with a gold streak, all of a sudden, wow, you PB'd here. And now you have a PB with a huge time save all of a sudden. So,
yeah.
Sometimes you want it, but, especially now if you're going for those perfection, that top 10, I can understand, the higher resets, but,
Yeah. Oh, also, wait, I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Don't worry. You can forget. You got a good time. It's all right.
Oh yeah, I got only one gold this run, and that put me at a SOB as 1:10:00.
Very nice, very nice.
I golded a Bowser fight by 1 second.
All right, it looks like Chris is gonna join us as well, so we'll just wait for him to get ready up.
Should I hop out then, or just stay?
You can stay if you want to.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should get more nervous doing my runs, and I can get PBs and gold splits all over the place. Maybe I'm too relaxed. I don't know.
I miss the days of gold splits. That's for sure.
I'll
There's
tell you,
Chris.
man.
Chris, GG's.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
good game, Chris, and thanks
how-
for the race.
How are you feeling about your overall run? I know I saw some deaths in Snow Kingdom trying to finish up that swamp room really fast.
Pretty debated run. Dance game.
Yeah,
Was
you had
bad. I
there
failed
were some
the
mistakes.
2 cycle in Metro.
Yeah, the Dark Metro can be unforgiving.
Oh man, you had a rough position on those purple ones. That whole Triforce position ain't going.
Yeah, they were very spread out. That is, I don't like seeing that even when I run.
Yeah.
But still, what overall time? 117, 118,
117.
117. It's still pretty respectable time for
Yeah,
this game.
you beat my time. Shoot, and I'm garbage. Shoot, even I'll take your bad run any day.
But
I died in Wooded, right?
yes, you did. You missed the metal platform, and you were underneath of it. You took a death there that cost you about 20 seconds. Those deaths in Wooded Kingdom are very time consuming. That's for sure.
I
Chris,
hope
let me
the
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Answer the question first. There.
Yeah. What?
I got a question to ask you. What is your favorite kingdom in this game to run?
Oh. I like the Bowser's Kingdom.
Bowser's Kingdom. What about you, Isaiah?
I might say Luncheon or Metro, just because they got so much fun movement.
Yeah, I can get that. Bowser's Kingdom. I like that. I just like the style in Bowser's Kingdom. The visuals just so fun. They're just so good to watch. Really, really graphically enriching, I would say. That's for sure. So Chris, what do you feel that you need to work on the most on?
More practicing the next time. I didn't play Odyssey for a week now and started today again. Was the problem?
Oh, trying to get that D-Rust, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I think you'll be doing fine. Because there's obviously a lot of races going to happen. There's a lot of races for you to do. There's a lot of races for us to watch. You know, as a matter of fact, for those who don't know, there are a ton of races coming up tomorrow. I mean, I think there are roughly about 10 or 11 80% races tomorrow on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want your 80% honesty fix, you got plenty of opportunities to see it, not on multiple channels for that matter.
We also have another race coming on right after this one, actually, on the same Speed Gaming channel, between, looks like, Illumina Ice-T and Bry Guy 77. So they're going to get started very shortly.
Oh yeah, so basically don't go nowhere if you want more stuff like that. But I guess I'll say Isaiah and Chris, congratulations on your runs. You know, Isaiah on the Chris is going to bounce back, get that rust off, and come back even stronger in your next race, my friend. And I wish you both the best of luck in the tournament, man. It's nice to have you and just tons of people who are ready to do some races. You know, don't worry about being nervous. It's okay. I won't judge you. None of us will.
Thank you.
If you get those nerves, mid-run, kind of freak out a little bit because you messed something up, just take that 1 second of time loss and just recompose. It'll save you in the long run.
Yeah. Just remember, no matter, not just remember, speed running, you can't really enjoy success until you've had failure. So if you always play perfectly and always world record, well, you don't really understand the struggle of it. You know, when you mess up and you get that run when oh man, I messed up on Wooded Kingdom, but bam, I got this time, bam, 10 seconds time saves, you know. So don't be discouraged, man. You all would do all right. I'll tell you that. And you'll get better at this game too, moving up that leaderboard, that's for sure.
Just takes practice. Practice makes consistency.
Yeah.
So I'm a big advocate of just doing full runs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I say, man. You know, I can understand the resets, but sometimes, especially if you have a lot of room for improvement, finish the run, get the practice, because sometimes you reset so much you never really get a chance to practice the latter part of the game, because you're so busy trying to get that flawless first stage or whatnot. So, but definitely in the races, don't give up. That's for sure. So, anyways, I guess that for now that will do it for this particular race, and we will have some more action coming up for you all with some more Odyssey. And looks like, as you just mentioned, we have a race coming up, but right now, basically.
Right now, yep. Restreamer's gonna switch on over to that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get that one started. So,
all right.
I'm your commentator, Bailey.
And I'm who I is, Big John. And
hope you guys enjoy the next race.
Yeah, Isaiah, Chris Run, congratulations, and I wish you all luck. And Bailey, it's been awesome commentating with you.
It's been a great
thank you for
time
having
with
me.
you, Big John.
Right.
Right,
So
I'll
don't y'all
see
go
you guys
nowhere.
later.
Don't y'all go
By the
nowhere.
way, congrats on PB.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for the race.
Oh, isn't that cute? All the love.